Around the first millennium BC, several Italic-speaking peoples lived across the Italian peninsula. They spoke related Indo-European languages, among them Latin, Oscan, and Umbrian. These were local languages used by farmers, soldiers, and small city-states. None of them were destined to dominate the world. Latin was just one of them. As Rome expanded, Latin traveled with conquest. It became the language of law, administration, roads, trade, and the army. By the height of the Roman Empire, Latin was spoken from Britain to North Africa, from Spain to the Eastern Mediterranean. But Latin didn't spread as a single uniform language. There were always two Latins: classical Latin, written and formal, used by elites and scholars, and vulgar Latin, the everyday spoken language of soldiers, merchants, and settlers. When the Roman Empire collapsed, classical Latin froze in books. Vulgar Latin lived on, changing, drifting, and fragmenting. Over centuries, spoken Latin evolved into new languages. In Gaul, it became French. In Iberia, Spanish and Portuguese. In Italy, Italian. In other regions, smaller Romance languages followed. These are the Romance languages, all descendants of the Italic branch. Latin itself never truly died. For over 1,000 years, it remained the language of the church, education, science, and law across Europe. Scholars from different countries could speak to one another through Latin, even when their native languages were mutually unintelligible. This is how the Italic branch shaped Europe. It created empires. It created new languages. It outlived its own native speakers. And through those Romance languages and through centuries of learning, Latin would later pour massive influence into English. Not because English came from Latin, but because Latin never stopped being powerful.